Hello everybody, welcome back to Midlands Outdoors here at Wychbury Hill today. A place that I've meant to come back for a long time. So it's just a little bit of an explore really today and a bit of a ghost hunt one more time. I mean, this place dates so far back to an Iron Age fort that was up there many years ago. Remains of an old rampart still visible right away to the top. And it is really nice, this place. I mean, I've been here quite a few times. You see all the old woodland itself stretching all the back over there. Actually, many years ago there actually used to be some camps somewhere around the back areas. Pottery was found many years ago, and then somewhere that way as well. But the Iron Age fort is really quite interesting. I mean, how far that possibly could date back. It's a shame there isn't too much in the remains of that really, but there's only the ramparts over here. But you just see, really beautiful and relaxing bit of woodland. Really nice. So the main reason why I've come here today is because many years ago I was doing a bit of history videos just right away up here. I was bumping into locals coming up and down, and I was telling me stories about, you know, seeing ghosts over here, witnessing some very strange stuff. One of them was 7 o'clock at night. I was walking the dog up and down here. Talking about cavaliers, they're seeing a horse. It looked like a knight on a horse and it just vanished out of nowhere. Just tell me about it. One person told me about seeing a figure run across the trees in the distance at the back. It could all be linked into the Cavaliers, the old history. I mean, the Iron Age fort at the back, is that what ties into much of the history over here, the hauntings? I really don't know. I mean, I've had other people tell me they've seen bizarre things over here once more figures. Just over the road, just not far by, is actually the adjacent Hagley Woods where Bella was murdered. Bella in the wychelm, and that is actually another case what is really interesting. So I thought I'll come up here and we'll have a quick investigation a bit later on. Let's have a little bit of an explore of Roundhill Woods, because I haven't really showed you much of this. But this is the entrance where you walk in from the back road. I mean, if you just go right away straight up, you have got the monument which sits right at the top. But it is beautiful over. You see all the old trees. Some of them do date really old. There is quite a lot of yew trees over here, what are quite ancient. But I mean, you can see all the bluebells in the distance. Very lovely. If I had to zoom in, you can see all the bluebells at the back. But this path leads right away up. If we just cycle a bit more up, right away up, you can just see all these trees in the distance here. But them are old. You can see some of the old trees on that corner. And further up, you can just see some old trees on this corner here. It is really quite hard to cycle up here. This place does feel quite similar to the last one I went to, Gibbet Lane. I mean, I have experienced cold temperatures in there, even in the warm summer when it's really red hot. I've experienced it go so freezing up to here. And I've also heard some very strange noises. And I took some photographs as well. I don't know if I've still got them. I've actually weird things in the photos. If I can put them on for you now so you can actually see them. Those photos were taken in this woodland, just at this exact spot here in the middle of summer. So I thought I'd do a bit of nature photos, take some nice shots of this woodland. Looked back at them and I caught these really bizarre things which don't make sense. And at that time I noticed it was very freezing cold when I noticed those in the photos. So could there be some more evidence of supernatural activity within this woodland? I really don't know. You do have to rationalise things when it comes to ghost hunting, whether it may be wildlife making noises. You've got to assume that you're outdoors as well, so there could be various things making that noise. Not always 100% could it be down to paranormal activity or ghosts. You've always got to rationalise the outdoors because you're there. But it is kind of an interesting subject really when you look at it. You can just see, not just one, but zooming in, there is loads. There's tons right at the back of really old trees. One there, quite a few here. One there, right at the back. And I have heard a story with these trees here. What the man was telling me on my very last visit last year is of a green figure coming out this tree late on the night. He was walking through here, only a small torch, and you noticed something run from that side over to there. It makes you wonder with these stories though. I mean, I do love hearing other people's ghost stories. I mean, many people might not believe in these kinds of things, but I really do find it fascinating. Not saying that I don't believe them, but you know, you've got to have some sort of evidence that they're seeing something. I mean, when you're in the dark on your own, your mind can pretty much play tricks on yourself, thinking there is something there, when it's just you're just overreacting to what's in the environment. I've done it a few times in the dark. I've overreacted to things by hearing noises where it could just be wildlife. You just really don't know, and just keep doing it until you really gain that proper evidence of there's something there. but I did watch a YouTube video going back a while ago. I don't know whether the video's been taken down. I think it did. There was some very old paranormal people based in Stourbridge that did this woodland. They was here at 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, and I was walking down this woodland where they noticed this big massive orange orb fly through the trees and go right the way out. They caught it on video, but when I was going to show Jules the footage and my brother, I think my brother did watch it, Dill, they'd taken the video down, they removed the YouTube channel, so basically there isn't many videos on this place now. I think the ones that was on there have all been taken off for some reason, so YouTube channels do come and go, but to see that on the video, that was really quite interesting. They had K2 meter spike, they even had some spirit box answers. I mean, that's why we've come here tonight, we've got all the gear on us. So that would be quite cool later if we do really get something up here, I don't know. It's worth a try. When you just see evidence of an old woodland itself by seeing the trees right around the corner. It is really beautiful round here woods. Check out this. So what I really do love about Wychbury Hill and the surrounding woodland is these views. Check out these views, they're absolutely crazy. You can just see now Stourbridge right away, the distance is down in the dip. You see Stourbridge, you can even see beyond, just right away in the distance. Really nice if you've got a long range zoom camera, you can just far zoom in from here and test it out. Really awesome, but you just look how beautiful that is in the distance with all that sun shining. Absolutely awesome, and that's one thing what I do love about it is to come here and see all this. I mean, you've even got some spectacular views up by the monument just right away behind me, just up to there. So if you do manage to get up that way, you can just see the views far over the back, they're really lovely. Even the Black Country, you can see parts of Turner's Hill, Halzoin, bits of Dudley right away at the back. I mean, you can't tell from there, but if I notice, you can just sort of see it through the gap, sort of. And that's it, it is a really relaxing place. I do love coming up here from time to time if I've got nothing to do. But yeah, I mean the ramparts into here are just on the path on the right is a big steep hill going right away to the top, and then you've got the ramparts right the way into there. But you just see it does open back up onto another part of the side of Wychbury Hill. This is actually now where the monument is right away at the top. Let's go and show you this. I've actually got time because I'm a bit too early here. But you can just see right away now, check out this. Making our way right away to the top is that big tall monument. Wow, beautiful the sunshine, you know, up here. We might get some nice views and cinematics in a little while. But that's what draws the attention up to Wychbury, is to see the monument, because you can see it from Clent, you can see it from far back areas in Worcestershire. It's very visible from certain areas like Turner's Hill in the Black Country. You can see that quite far. But wow, I must say it is one beautiful part. I do favour this over Clent Hills really, because of the woodland itself behind and the history. But you can just see Clent Hills right now in the distance over to there. Just imagine the views this evening though, with all the sunset later on when it dips down into the distance. But wow, check out this massive gap in the fence. Let's walk right way through now. I mean, I've never ever been close to this monument. So you can just see far up here, you can just see the Malverns right the way there in the distance. Further right around the back, different parts of Worcestershire. Got Kidderminster right away down the dip. I can just see Urquhart Woods lying right on the distance over that way. Absolutely awesome. Just make our way a bit forward. The breeze is picking up a little bit this evening. But check out that, you can just see more things here. You've got the hoop up bella in the wychelm, the old grade listed writing that's onto there, with the monument sticking right away to the top. I do remember that they was going to knock down this, but they didn't go ahead and do it, they actually repaired it. But you see, what's interesting about it, if you check very close, there is dates onto there. You see, 1980 something I believe, it could be 1980 or 1990, right the way there. Old names carved onto the wall, signatures. You really do notice quite a lot of old things when you look at it. But that is just awesome to see the views right around of the back. I really do love it. So basically, I think what we'll do, we'll make our way back into the woodland a bit later on. I'm going to wait for it to get a little bit more darker, so about 7:30, 8 o'clock. We'll go and stroll our way into the woods so it's a bit more quieter, and we'll begin a bit of an investigation, which is going to be really quite interesting. I'm not going to stay here till it's pitch black, but I'm going to do a little bit of an investigation here just to see what we get, because the last time I come here it was proper black in Halloween, and I really did pick up some really strange stuff. So we'll give it a go, and we'll see what happens. But just before we do start that, I'll tell you a bit of information about Wychbury Hill. So Wychbury Hill is situated off the A456 Birmingham Road, Hagley, Stourbridge, on the border of the West Midlands and Worcestershire. So it is actually classed as on half part of Stourbridge and half part of Worcestershire up here. Looking down, it has an elevation of 224 metres, 735 foot. It is divided between the parish of Hagley and the former parish of Pedmore. It is one of the Clent Hills. The hill offers views across Severn Valley as far as the Malvern Hills and Clee Hills. It is a site of Wychbury Ring, an Iron Age fort, and the Wychbury obelisk, and is much loved by pagans, with the site containing a 28 tree ancient yew grove. And not because the name sounds like witch, it's actually unrelated, being derived of the Saxon sub-kingdom of the Horace. It says there, on the flank of the hill is a folly in the shape of a Greek Doric temple. In fact, a miniature replica of the end temple of Ephesus in Athens, built in 1758. It was England's first example of a neoclassical architecture. The temple is currently in a serious dilapidated and vandalised condition. The temple is just actually right down the back down there. So if you have ever got time when you're up here, definitely go and check it out. That is really interesting. So basically, in 1999, the obelisk was defaced with graffiti referring to the unsolved post-World War II mystery, who put Bella in the wychelm. When a decomposed body of a woman was found in a nearby wood, the Hagley Woods down the road, the graffiti was not removed for the restoration of the obelisk in 2010. So you can just see the graffiti right away behind. It's just on there. People have actually re-graffitied back over it. It's so old. It is a shame to see like the way this place has gone now, with all the graffiti on that obelisk. I mean, how far that writing really does date back, and who really did put the writing on there, who put Bella in the wychelm. It does remain a mystery. And why was there a woman placed within a wychelm tree? It does really make a bit of a mystery, that does really, to who did it and why there was actually something into there. But you can just see the Hagley Woods right around the distance, just over to there. There's Hagley Woods, just right around down the dip. Where the flower stand sits on the busy roads, that is actually where the wychelm tree was situated. And you see you've got the woodland stretching around the far side here. But yeah, there we go, that's Wychbury Hill. So here we are, this is a bit I wanted to show you, and when we're going to do a bit of an investigation this evening. This is where the ramparts are for Wychbury Hill, the old Iron Age fort, just right around the corner, just right in front. Can just see the sunshine beaming from the trees, it's just right up there. But where we're going, just round the side up to here. and then this bit of woodland. But you can just imagine if there's any history up here with all this. So imagine the hill fort itself, Iron Age. Wow. And there isn't much history online about it, but this history just telling you where the hill fort actually was. Well, I would love to know more about the hill fort really. But here it is, all across here now. You see the ramparts up there. Right, I think what we'll do, we'll go down the back here. It is a bit more darker in here because the sun's setting between the trees. We'll turn left. You can actually see one of the yew trees just right in front of me. Check out that. Goes right away to the top. And you can just see itself, the rampart stretching all the way across between the trees there. More old yew trees right around top of there. And it runs all the way down there for the gap of the trees and goes right away down. So it is making me wonder if this place where we're standing on right now was all once part of that Iron Age fort. It may possibly well have been. So I think this probably be the key area to start the investigation. So I've actually got my equipment with me. I'll show you what we've got. So I have got the first one, and this is actually the REM pod. You may have seen that I used this in the other video, what I used. Check out that. Spirit Pod X1. We're going to set this up somewhere random, and we'll just see if this really does go off. Make a bit of space for it. Might just put it a bit here. Make sure the ground's a bit flat a little bit. Move all the stuff on the floor. So here we go, set that up. There's the REM pod set up. We'll just see if that randy goes off. I think what we'll do is we'll sit down for a few minutes and then we'll see if anything happens with this. I've also brought with me some other good old equipment. We're going to begin by using this one, the K2 meter, as you've seen in my other video as well. I'm replacing the K2 meter right the way there, so we can just see it just right there. We'll see if that actually goes off actually. So right, we'll just stand here for a little bit and we'll do a bit of communicating. I think we'll see if we can get anything to come to it, if there's anything here at all, maybe old energy from the past. Let's see what happens, let's see if there's any potential things with this woodland. Is it really haunted? I'm going to find out. So right, I think what we'll do is we'll use this application called Alice Box. Let's just see if we get anything to communicate with this at all on here. So we'll see what actually happens. So if there is a spirit here that wants to communicate from the old fort that was here many years ago, do you want to come forward and communicate by putting some words through to the device? Use your energy to manipulate the words onto this device in my hands. Put things through, please. If you could do that, I would much appreciate it. Or maybe if there's anybody here, would you like to communicate with me? Would you like to make yourself known? You can feel free to use the devices on the floor to talk to me. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. So maybe you would like to communicate with me. Oh, literally it's gone absolutely freezing here now. I can feel like an energy sort of ramping up already. It's got absolutely freezing. I know there's quite a bit of a breeze, but it is super warm out there. I mean, it's very warm today. I just felt that cold chill. Like I've got goosebumps already. Are you communicating with me? I really do think there's something here. You said maybe. Maybe you would like to talk. Do you reckon you could come forward and tell me more, please, about this place? Super strange how that said maybe on there.
John.
John. Just give me a name now, John. Is John a spirit from this woodland from the past? Who is John? That's seriously strange. The first one, I mean, it could just be a random name, but the first one is a coincidence, maybe. When I asked it, would you like to communicate with me? And it said maybe. So that is really interesting, actually. He's put that. I've had no communication with these two devices yet at the moment. I mean, I really don't expect to get anything tonight, but you really don't know. I've only just come to see if this place does give me some results. I'll give it lane. But it does look very creepy when you look at it when it gets dark between the trees. Do you think you could probably affect my box on the floor?
Trickery.
Trickery? Do you think you can touch my REM pod and alarm it, please? Could you maybe give it 1 or 2 beeps if you are present here? 2 beeps would be fantastic if you could, please. Could you set the REM pod off? Do this, what I'm doing right now. Could you do that for me?
Heavy.
Heavy? That's odd, heavy. What is heavy? You just repeated on the device, heavy?
Gate.
Gate? It's actually just said gate. What are you referring to, gate? Is there a gate to an old fort here many years ago? The gate? That is strange, the gate. A gate to what? Can you tell me, please? Do you want to communicate with me? So it's just put some more words through the device. It said gate again, and now it said scream. What is with this gate? No joke, it's actually said gate again underneath. Gate.
Of.
Of. What do you mean of? Of what? What's this gate? Could you tell me, please? I need to know. Oh, the temperature has really dropped here now. I felt that cold gush. I can really feel it. It's like I've got the shivers, got goosebumps. I can feel that. It definitely feels like there's a presence here of some kind. I really don't know. It's strange. Oh wow, check out that, guys. So if there is a spirit here, do you want to touch... Oh, here we go. Would you like to communicate by touching the device in my hands? Could you give me 3 lights if you are talking to me? You can understand me. Are you the one who's putting those words on that device? Give me 2 or 3 lights if that is you. Come on, don't be afraid. There's 2 lights. So is that you then? There, oh, the temperature. Oh, I can really feel it now. Definitely, my hands are shaking. I'm literally shaking. It is warm out there. If you realise the proper temperature, look at that. What on earth? Guys, did you just hear that? It sounded like something actually like walking down the path here, like ch-ch-ch. What? I don't know whether I picked that up on camera, but that was super weird. I heard that. I really heard that come down then. It's facing this way, turned around and I noticed that right behind that noise. That was proper weird. Another noise then.
Clutter.
Clutter. Just said clutter on that device. That is really interesting. It's like energy gaining up right now, guys, I tell you. Was that you making that walking noise? Did you just walk? Did you try and come down to me? Sounded like something metallic. Banging. Come on. Come back to my hands if you are still here. So there we go, guys. You can definitely tell that there's definitely something with me. It's not even going off now. That was super, super odd. Oh. Strange. Are you somebody from the Iron Age fort? Give me a couple of lights if you remember the fort.
Raised.
Raised. You just said raised on the app. Was you raised here? Was there a camp here many years ago? A camp? Give me 2 lights if there was a camp here. No response, guys. You can definitely tell that whatever was communicating with me just on those lights, there's definitely something here, and I definitely heard something like coming down that path. There's nobody here, it's quiet. So right, we're going to be using the Necrophonic app. It is an application you can download from the Google Play Store. It's proven to be really good, this app. You can get some really good responses. As you've seen in Gibbet Lane in my video, I've got some really cool stuff for this. Let's give it a try and see if you can actually pick anything out on this. We'll see what we get. So, is there anybody that wants to talk?
Clap.
That just said my name. Did you say my name? Could you tell me more about where we are, please? What is this place? Did I just pick that up?
Members.
Members. Did you just hear that laughing guy? I heard that. It was like... No, that sounded local. I definitely heard that. I heard that. Please say I've picked that up. Please say I have. That is strange. There's nobody around here, and I've not even seen nobody when I come in. Because I would see people coming through the rampart path or coming down the path by the side, but nobody's even over here. That is odd. I'll have to look back at my footage of that. So did somebody just laugh? Somebody laughed, I heard laughing. Was there an old fort here then?
Fact.
Fact, because I've got the word up on the same time, that just said fact.
Race. Consumption. Wild. Town.
Town, that's just a town on here.
Manual.
Is there anyone present here with me? Can you confirm? I see you. That just said I see you. You see me? But could you set the REM pod off then on the floor next to me? Touch it, yes. Can you touch it? I can show you. That just said I can show you. Touch it, yes. Can you touch it? I can show you. Do it then, please. You touched the green light, but you haven't touched the REM pod yet. Come on. Rampart, that just said rampart. Go on, can you touch the rampart? Can you touch that rampart please on the floor?
Forest.
Did you guys just hear that? No. I'm going to get that word app because the word app has just been running and literally I've heard something so creepy. I put the camera back to come down. I was coming down there, I heard something else just right away by the corner, and there's no lie now, I'm completely not lying. There's nobody over it. I've looked down the path down there, I quickly had a quick peek down. There's nobody, no signs of people. Not even on the where the monument is, there's nobody over there. I haven't heard the gate go. There's a gate over there, people walk up, not even seen nobody. And I'm just about to head this way, just right away in front where the other part is. But it's actually just said this on my phone, on the app that was actually still running. Check out this. Hang on, we can get it back up to show you. This was really interesting. It's actually just said forest, check out that. And we're in like a bit of a woodland. How bizarre is that? So I think we should get to that interesting part where I want to get to, and we'll go and check that bit out. We never know, we could get some stuff there. But that up there was, I really don't know, that was so strange. Off we go, we're going to keep on investigating. So right, here we are, we've come to the other side of the woodland, which is at the very start from where I'm coming from. And this part here, I was going back the Halloween session, what I'd done, I come here alone, it was pretty much really dark. I experienced something really strange at this spot, so I packed up and got out. I seen like getting out, I seen a white ball of light just whiz across all the way down and into this part here. I really don't know what that was that night, and I would have loved to have stayed further to find out, but when you're on your own it just really does frighten you. And that's when you start to overwhelm, when you think you're seeing things and you know your mind starts playing tricks on you. That's why I've come back just to this evening to see if I do really get anything else that could be really tied into that investigation that day. So right, it's nearly 8 o'clock, nearly touching 8 o'clock. I'm going to try this one more in this spot here, see if we get anything interesting at this spot. Maybe this might actually bring some activity forward, I really don't know. But since having this on, I really have been getting some really bizarre things. Let's try it one more time. Is there any spirit here that wants to communicate? It's yes me, or should it's me, or yes me, the starter there. What's your name? Do you have a name you could come forward to? Other people? I see. You guys, the K2 meter was spiking wild then, that was going insane. Can you touch the K2 meter please on the floor? You think you could touch the lights please? That was seriously spiking then, there was some serious activity on there. That's crazy. Was that somebody who was trying to communicate with me? That was seriously strange. I seen that go up. There, guys, check out that. It's going up. So if that was you who was trying to talk on this device, put 2 or 3 lights on that device, what you're trying to communicate with. The green light on the floor. Could you put some light, see if that was you trying to communicate? Whoever you are. You kept mentioning a tree. Is that true? A tree? Could you confirm by putting some lights on that device? Are you talking about a tree? That was weird. There's like a massive burst of energy when I was doing the necrophonic. All of a sudden, I was watching it from about this distance, checking it out from there, and I seen that spotted to red. I've never ever had that spotted to red instantly like that. That's a really strong sign of strong energy that was here. That was weird, like a big burst. So right, whenever you keep trying to communicate with me in this woodland now, I've seen you put the lights on the device. I've heard you communicate with the application, put words through. But do you think you can go back to that device on the floor for me and communicate with it once more? Do you think you'll be able to put more lights onto it? Oh wow, check out that. No way, guys. That is crazy. There's evidence, guys. Pure evidence that there's definitely something trying to communicate here with me. No lie, when I was up there by that hill fort, I witnessed something really strange with them voices. There's a massive temperature drop here and I've got goosebumps again. Same feeling as when I was by that rampart right away at the top. My nose is dripping. Literally no joke, my nose is dripping, it's that cold. I've got shivers. But it's warm out there, so I don't really understand this. So I'm calling out to the spirits of Wychbury Hill. Are you still present here now? Oh wow, check out that. Did you know I was here when I arrived? Was you watching me? Put lights on that device if you are watching me. You watched me go through that forest. You followed me. Did you follow me? Can you put lights on that device, please? I just heard something then. What was that? It was like... This is crazy. You can just see that green light is stationary now. Okay guys, you may have seen this before. This is called a spirit box. It is really interesting. It communicates with radio waves and it is believed that they can actually communicate with this through our radio stations, what we use today to talk. So when you're scanning through frequencies, one radio station after another, it is believed that the white noise, they can manipulate that and put their own words through, and if you listen very carefully you can actually pick up onto it. So we're going to give it a try. Let's just see if there's anything here. Whatever was communicating with that K2 meter definitely wanted to communicate. We'll see what actually happens now. Let's see what we actually get. So right guys, it looks like that something doesn't want me to talk. I've never ever had that happen ever. You can even tell that I'm turning it on. And I charged it when I come out. It's not even working. I am praying when I get home that this thing charges. I've only recently paid £100+ for that. That's crazy. I mean, I really did charge it. There's no way that could drain that fast. There's no way of the world of it. I've used one same battery for months on this, so I really don't understand that one. So it looks like that is going to be kaput then. What has done that to that? This has happened at Gibbet Lane. My camera drained. Now that just doesn't want to work. It's really annoying me though, because I really did want to get that working, but that is really odd. That is odd. I'm just praying when I get home that this really does work. We'll soon find out. So when I get home, I'm going to show you this actually working, if it works or not. That'll 100% charge it when I come out. So I have just googled it, and you're not going to believe my camera is on 30% as well. This is really odd. There is some serious battery drainage here of some kind, or some energy drainage going on. I've just noticed something very strange in there. I can't zoom into it, but I've just seen something. Just behind the gap in the trees over there, something black just moves slightly and just disappear. I don't know if it's just that I'm visioning things, or I've definitely seen something behind my back then. So I have just looked it up. It does say onto it, which is really quite interesting. Can ghosts drain batteries? And there is one possibility. Maybe the spirits intentionally drain the batteries. Perhaps shy ghosts choose to drain camera batteries so they can't be captured. That is really weird, that is, because it has drained so much of my camera battery what I'm filming on now, and then the spirit box battery, which is kind of weird. Does it not want me to talk? That is a really odd one. So that is probably why it's completely drained the battery on that spirit box. I know I'll charge it when I come out. When I finish work, I thought, well, I'm going to come to Wychbury Hill and I make sure everything's charged, my torches, phone, camera, spirit box. It was all on charge all day when I went to work. Come out here and that spirit box is not working. That is just, that is really weird. And even another one, spirits can manipulate our electronics to communicate their desires and opinions. There's so much onto here. And going up again, there is even one on here on Google. Spirits can use electrical energy, gadget battery drain, lights flickering to get through to us from the spirit world, to let us know they are present. That is really weird, that is. So I've had that happen at Gibbet Lane, so I know for a fact what happened at Gibbet Lane with my camera was definitely something not normal. Been on 30% on the battery already, and I could go on for filming for another half an hour to an hour. So with my spirit box, oh wow, that's crazy. So did you want me to not talk? Is that what you're trying to do? Did you drain my spirit box? Hold it on 3 lights if that was you? Oh my god, guys, look at that. That is insane. Oh, did you hear that? I really hope I picked that up. I heard that. Do you hate talking on the spirit box? Yeah, there we go, yeah. It's confirmed, guys, yeah. It doesn't want to talk on the spirit box. So, could it possibly been actual energy from spirits doing that to that device? It's still going off crazy. Check out that. That is madly insane. So absolutely strange. There's some weird things coming from that necrophonic, but it's just absolutely blowing my mind here with that K2 meter going like that on command here and the stuff right away at the top. The temperature, no joke guys, it does really go cold here when it's supposed to be warm out there, but I'm going to get out of here, I think. What an evening. There's a shame about the batteries in the spirit box though, but if you want me to come back here and it's pitch black, I am going to do that again. I'm going to challenge myself up and toughen myself to the challenge to do it one more time. I've really got to come back here when it's dark. I really have. But what an exploring and a bit of investigation. Hope you've really enjoyed it. But yeah, if you want me to use this equipment elsewhere, then drop it in the comments. Drop me some places where you probably want me to go with it. But I'm definitely going to hit this spot back up again on in the night sometime. Definitely am.